Hello, everybody, and welcome in for the Volquest Stock Report on this Mississippi State week. We'll start stock ups this week, Brent. Who's stock up for you?
Yeah, I've got Miles Kitselman as my stock up. I should probably give Holden Staves in there as well and just give it to the entire tight ends, to be honest with you. But
Yeah.
Kitselman, 6 catches for 96 yards and a touchdown. Great improv play with him and Nico for the touchdown. He's played really well. He's exceeded everybody's expectations in terms of his ability in the pass game. Upon rewatch, I thought he and Holden Staves had their best night blocking. I thought they blocked really well in space and really finished blocks very well. So the tight ends had a good night, but Miles Kitselman continues to be a great addition to this offense, and Tennessee might be a pretty heavy two tight end team the rest of the way, Austin.
They were very well might. Stock up for me is Nico Iamaleava. Thought he had his best game against a Power 4 opponent. Was 28 to 38 for 292 and a score. Should have been at least 100 yards more off two drop 50-yard passes from Brazel and Nimrod, and that would have ended up with 3 touchdowns instead of 1. And how different does that game feel at 42 to 18 versus 28 to 18? So
Well, yeah.
I thought he was fantastic. If he could continue to build off of what he did the second half at Alabama and then those 4 quarters this past Saturday, Tennessee's offense, I think, will get jump started. I really do believe that down deep that, if he continues to play the way he did, it's going to be impossible for them to not manufacture more points than they've done, especially in the first half of games going forward. So stock up for me, Nico Iamaleava. Stock down for me, I'm going to go those receivers that drop passes. And so the receivers got to help him out. Yes, against Alabama, he had some overthrows. He didn't help them out. He flipped the script, and they weren't there to reciprocate, when they did give him the ball this past week. So they've got to be able to help him. The receiving room, they're a prideful group. I'll be surprised if they don't bounce back, but they've got to help him when he puts it on them and puts it where it's in the breadbasket. They've got to deliver, and so stock down for me is the receiver. Stock down for you.
Yeah, I'm going red zone offense. Tennessee was 4 of 7 with 4 touchdowns, which, listen, when they got in there, they scored. They were touchdowns. They didn't settle for field goals because they missed some field goals. But you can't have 3 empty trips in the red zone if you're going to be good teams. If you want to be where you want to be this month, we talk about the Georgia game, potentially being a playoff team. You got to finish in the red zone. Too many negative plays in the red zone for Tennessee. Their first 6 snaps inside Kentucky's 20-yard line went for a total of minus 23 yards when you factor in a sack, a holding penalty, a false start penalty. So I count those as snaps because it moved the ball back. Tennessee just got to clean that mess up inside the red zone. You can't have negative plays like that. So that's a stock down for me.
Yeah, stock stagnant for me would be Deshaun Bishop's ankle. Got hurt, didn't come back in. From everything I've been told, he's going to be okay. Now, does he play this week? I'd probably lean no, but I guess it just depends on how quickly he can heal, which means this game could be more of a heavy dose of Peyton Lewis, who looked pretty good, in his touches the other night against Kentucky. So stock stagnant for me would be Bishop's ankle. Stock stagnant for you.
Yeah, it's how Josh Heupel manages Max Gilbert. We don't know. Josh Heupel says, hey, he'll be fine. He's got to get his groove back. All those things. But, I mean, what do you do if you're in a critical situation? How confident are you in Max Gilbert? How confident is Max Gilbert in Max Gilbert at this point?
That's the real question.
I mean, he's got to see it go through the upright and get something going. I mean, he was so good to start the year, made 11 of his first 12. He's now missed 5 of his last 6, and those on Saturday were bad misses. I know Josh Heupel said he overcorrected, and I'm not a kicker. I don't understand all those things. But what would Josh Heupel have done had Nico not converted 3rd and 7 to Dante Thornton at that point? What does Josh Heupel do in this football game on Saturday if he's in that 40-yard range on 4th down? Is he kicking? Is he going for it? Does it change what you do because of what you've seen out of Gilbert the last couple of weeks? We'll see. I think it's just an unknown that we will not know till we get to a game. But it's going to be interesting to see how Josh Heupel manages him.
He is Brent Hubbs. I'm Austin Price, and this has been the Volquest Stock Report for this Mississippi State week.